Okay, there we go. Officially live. So, hello everyone. It's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed, Code here. And we're gonna be continuing with Minecraft again today. So let me kick up the music, which is from Terraria, not Minecraft. And yes, hello to Spinne, Neon, and Deadly. I see you're all here already. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well, because I am. It would be a shame if you weren't. Alright. And of course, the intro is being missed. How could that be? Great, Fontaine is awesome. I haven't been there yet, obviously, as you probably know. I will find out how good the story is next week. Next week I'll do Genshin streams again. 1 or 2, depending on how many I need. So yeah. We'll see just how good that's gonna be. A lot of water. Oh no! How could that be? But yeah, I did play Genshin again today. And what I did was, I finally unlocked that final area that I was still missing in Sumeru. Where you have to do one of those long quest chains in order to unlock it. I finally did it. So now I can explore the entire map when I feel like it. Are you? I am doing well, thank you for asking. I hope so are you. There we go. Okay. Let's put this stuff away real quick. Actually, let's also grab some more carrots. Nice. Okay. And then we'll get back to work. Why that sword so big? Oh, this sword? I don't know what you're talking about. That sword is perfectly average. We've had it for a while, actually. Like, this sword is my main weapon of choice. I only chose a different weapon recently, because this sword is a lot weaker in the dimension I was in. It's a giant sword, and I have a few of them. As you can see, they all have 12 attack damage, which makes them pretty strong. Only downside is they attack very slowly. But, again, they also have range. They have more range than your average sword, do much more damage, but you just have to wait a little bit between attacks. So yeah, average. Guys, what do you mean? It's average. It's not small. Stick. Also Viking, hello. What's average? Nothing. The regular sword size compared to this. Guys, I swear, it's average. It's not small, I swear, I swear. Okay, so this is as far as we've gotten with our expansion last time. As you can see, the floor is done, the walls are done, the pillars are in place. All that's left is the ceiling, and then we can fill in the crops. Not average, really. So, our goal for today, among other things, is to run out of hunger bar. It has to be entirely empty. So we can eat. I should put this with the pumpkins. There it is. Our goal for today is to eat 1 Hydra chop. Alright. Is your skill issue? Oh, damn, okay. Where's... Is chat really not showing? What the fuck? Why is it broken? Is everything falling apart? Last stream it was the redeems that were broken. Today it's the chat. Hang on, I'll see if I can figure that out real quick. Oh wait, there it is. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is it working now? I just opened up the properties tab to figure out what was wrong, and then immediately it works. It realized what I was doing and was scared of what I would do to it if it didn't work. As it should be. It should be scared of me. Guess the invis potion ran out. Right, I remember what we need to do. We need to farm materials today. Specifically, we need stuff. We need mud. We need a lot of mud. We also need to go to the Nether real quick today. For reasons. Alright, the mod of the day. Which is once again not what you would consider a proper mod, but still. Cloth config API. Do with that info what you will. Cloth config API was added today. Again, another dependency for the mod that won the vote and that will get added later. Have my name on a sign in your world? I don't even know where I would put that. Should I make like a hall of fame for like certain people in chat? You know, there was, oh god, it was Corpse of Chaos, I think, right? When we raided Corpse of Chaos, he had like a mod installed where he would set up statues, right, of people who raided him. Should I add something like that eventually? Perhaps I should, but I'd have to find a mod for that, because I think the mod that he was using was only on Fabric, so I'd have to find another one. But if I find one, I'll consider doing that. Absolutely. Okay. So, we are essentially done in here for now, because we're basically fully out of materials. What we need to do is, I need to grab shovels. Because I have a few of them now. Let's take this Unbreaking to Efficiency 4 shovel. One of these shovels too, I guess. See how much we can do with just those two. Okay, hunger bar is already going down. Occasionally you have good ideas. Let's go! One of the rare good ideas by Deadly. Wall. Right, I'm still up here. Oh, Deadly, by the way, since you wondered where I got the giant sword, I will show you in a second. For now, I gotta pack up my base. Then I will transform into something that can fly, like a phantom. I got the giant sword from these dudes. It me. Killing one of these giants will drop a giant sword. Every single time I kill one, I get a giant sword. That's why I have so many. Because they're pretty easy to farm. So yeah, that would explain that. By the way, I just want to do a quick visit over here. Just to once again confirm the sadness that is this cube. I was even in the cube, as you can see. Look! Final castle work in progress! No! I don't know how many years this has been a work in progress, but it is still a work in progress. The disappointment. This entire castle is empty. There's nothing in here. CodeIRL. Yes, I am in fact that tall. There it is. Alright. So what should I do first? Should I farm the mud first, or should I grab the vines from the nether real quick first? Both things should be relatively easy too. Also interesting, fun fact, crows can learn to speak. I am familiar with that, in fact, yes. And that is a fun fact. I think there are even crows that actually say caw like a human would, because they're mimicking the humans trying to mimic them. It is really interesting. Oh god, I'm gonna burn, aren't I, if it's daytime? Oh, thank god it's nighttime, I'm not gonna burn. Actually, I had a helmet on, I wouldn't have burned anyway. You know what? Since I'm in the process of flying right now anyway, I might as well grab the stuff in here. Than sharks. I heard of that one too, but it's been a while since I heard of that. Okay, just be careful, because I am still very flammable. I have to. Stride identity, let's go. Okay, quick map check. Where do I have to go? Okay, Twisted is over there. I can walk there too, but this is probably a little bit faster. Yeah, I even made bridges over here. Past the bastion, there it is. I just need to grab a few vines and then I'm out of here. Please don't mind me. You won't even know I'm here. And these can even be broken without shears, unlike regular vines. How nice. Okay, grab a few more and then I'm out. And by out I mean I have to go to the next biome. They have a ruin portal here? How did I not see you? Oh wait, I did see you, but I didn't grab the gold block? Odd. Well, I got it now. Alright, where was the... north of the portal? Okay, entirely different direction. Did I kill a ghast yet? Well, not for the identity. Let's go, new identity unlocked. This quick little trip. Already worth it in more ways than one. I am the identity champion. I think ghasts are even immune to lava, so that would be an advantage. But I prefer being small, I think. Being small has more advantages than the lava immunity, I would say. Okay. See, I have a pathway. I don't need to fly, but it just works. So do these also drop without shears? Yes. I have to be careful because hoglins, you know, they're kind of annoying. But at the same time, I do want to run into at least one hoglin. So I can assume its identity. So while I am here, I might as well look for them. Oh, hello! Well, you spawned in a little bit stupidly. Let me put you out of your misery real quick. Alright, have you seen a hoglin anywhere here? They're normally everywhere in these areas. Also, I'm sorry. What was up with that guy? He was spazzing out like crazy. But I just needed his identity as well. Hoglins. Normally I get ambushed by these things, but of course when I'm looking for them, I can't find them. How does that work? How do they always get the drop on me, but I can never get them? It's stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. What is wrong? I am so confused. I'll kill the baby. Ooh, there was an adult. What are you doing? The sound effects aren't helping. It's like he's constantly aggroing and de-aggroing. Epic rapping skill, you're right. Yes, the best rapping skill ever. The best rapping skill of all time. Yeah, yeah, that's immediately gonna be the next FNF song idea, haha. Perfection. Perfection right there. With that rap talent. The hunger bar is slowly depleting, but there's still a lot of room to deplete it even more. Okay, chances are it might be daytime right now, so I'm gonna humanify myself again. Too much code. Yeah, you really should get some other peeps some songs too. Look at those stupid phantoms. How dare they be phantoms when it's daytime? Their mistake for being dumb. Could you please stay away from the door? Respawn point set. Okay, where was my mud farm? Up north, right? Yeah, there it is. Well then, Phantom would burn during the day. Maybe this will deplete my hunger a little bit faster, because now it'll have to worry about regenning my health, but then again it doesn't even try to regen at this range, right? Try to stream tomorrow? Ooh, nice. Hopefully I'll be there. Let Fork live live? No, it must forever remain trapped in my house. Why, I will never take care of it because I've moved out. Nice, a small little patch of snow on this tree. 3 blocks. That's all that you need. Okay, here we are. I am human again. And I'm gonna start shoveling now. Don't let the frog off. My house has a basement. A basement that I completely cleared out because that had the enchanting area in it. And while I left everything else intact while moving out, I decided no, the enchanting area is getting is what I'm gonna tear down because I need those materials specifically. Not click bacon. Yes. Oop. Did not need to grab the dirt, but I guess now I have some extra dirt. I'm on a leash. No leash for the frog. It gets to hop around the house as much as it wants. But I'm not letting it out. Not after its friend ran away. I haven't forgotten about Hoppy, by the way. Never forget. Never forget that time I accidentally left the door unlocked and came home to see Hoppy had disappeared. Truly the most tragic loss that could have ever happened. I want to believe Hoppy is still out there somewhere, living life, being happy. But I just wouldn't know. Just like Poochie, yes. Yes. Copium. We do need that copium here. Okay, hunger bar slowly depleting. The last few bars are always the hardest to deplete. Because you can run, which will decrease the hunger, but once you're down to the last few bars, you can no longer run to deplete it, which is... again... a little annoying. Let's just run a little bit. See if I can get it to the last 3. So I run out of sprint. There we go, now I can no longer run. Now we have to see what else we can do to get it lower. I'm sure we'll find a lot of ways to do that. I mean, there have to be quite a few ways to get it lower. From the dog song to Monokuma, huh? Perfect, it just works. Oh! Alright, the good shovel now. Look at that! I was saving this one. There we go. Just be careful not to waste too much of its durability on dirt, because we don't want dirt, we want mud. Which technically is a type of dirt, but not the type we want. Whoop. The fuck? What do you mean? This is the power of a diamond shovel with efficiency 4. Well, it's the equivalent of diamond, it doesn't quite have the same durability as diamond. Alright, out of space. Let's grab what we can to fill up that stack, and then we bring that back. I gotta fly real quick to be able to see everything. Because this stuff dropped all over the place now. There we go. Oh hey, it's raining, how nice. You're going to love... Oh, will I? I'm sure. I'm sure I will. Okay. I don't need this. Where else? In here? Make sure I don't miss any of the good stuff. But I think I might have grabbed everything now. Maybe. Maybe something fell down here somewhere. No, I think we got everything. Ah! Almost escaped me. And I'll grab these two. Okay, that is a decent amount. Now I will quickly go back to spawn. I don't know why. I just feel like it. Actually, I do know why, because that's why I currently have my respawn point. So it is safer to do shit over there. So I can instantly respawn as necessary. Just in the event that someone does something stupid. Okay. And I do not need to place the thing. Okay. We're in. Dirt, I guess. Okay, we have some stuff for farming. I'll put them in here for now. We'll need them later. We have gold, which was over here. And then the rest is mud. Perfect. Because mud is exactly the block we need. I'll make 6 stacks for now. And we'll see how much work we can get done with them. Okay. There's our packed mud. And there's our mud bricks. Okay, we got some building materials. Let's get to work. Actually, I forgot something else. Almost forgot. Something very important. It's all the way in the back. I can't run anymore, I know. There it is. Okay. Just see how far I can get with those. Also, I've learned building as a phantom is hard. I'll do it as a bee so I can fit in 1 block gaps more easily. And then we shouldn't have any problems. Bee is the way to be. Always transform into a bee if given the choice. Let's do it this way real quick. Again, these expansions. They ain't as cheap as I would have liked. But they're manageable. Honestly, starting work on the farm was actually the hardest part, definitely. These expansions are easier. But they're still a bit annoying at times. But they are necessary. Because we're always gonna get more and more crops that we need to handle. And then I make stupid mistakes like that, which doesn't help. Not the axe. I'm gonna mine these stone stairs with an axe. That's gonna be so smart. Good call, Code. You did well. And as I thought, not enough. The question then becomes, do we have enough left over to finish this? Probably not, in fact. I think we're also running out of our sandstone, which isn't good. Let's check, let's confirm. Flying is faster than walking. I'm just flying to get the extra speed now. Okay, I do have some options here. Let's start smelting what we have. Oh! You can still run while flying. Interesting. So the sprint works while flying, but not while on the ground. Curious. I still have glass in here. Well, what do you know? Okay, so that is smelting now. Maybe I should then do this. Because at least jumping should reduce my, my thingy. My hunger bar. Alright. Let's start work with the stairs, which, again, probably the most expensive part of all of this. Okay. Oh wow, I didn't even remove all of these. How odd. I thought I did. Why did I leave 2 of them in? We'll never know, I guess. Right. Before we do that, the planks. Or not the planks, the logs. Okay. Oh. Mistakes were made and shall be corrected in a second. Okay, that's those done. Also, hello, Rob. How nice to see you again. Alright. And Deadly joining in on the E, apparently. Alright. Oh no, people are starting to use the question of the day again. How could that be? What's there? Okay, so 2 stacks are exactly enough to finish off 2 of these rows. Which I need to do 2 more times, correct? Yes. And then the cross beams again. We can do this, we can do this. Potato, we have potato, we have potato. I meant like, what new crops do we need? I guess that could have been specified a bit more nicely. Oh, the stuff is done. Let's go. Carrot. We kind of have those too. Atlantic. Fancy Flugel. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Beetroot is here. If you meant berry bushes, we have those, and if you meant netherwort, we have that as well. We're expanding because we need more variety. Sugarcane. Right, because we don't have purple. Scrolling texture mod. Oh, not the scrolling textures. Isn't that... Actually, that isn't really considered a mod, is it? It's more of a texture pack, isn't it? Pretty sure. Okay. I need stairs. Back to work. Okay, let's go over here. No! Why do I constantly misclick like an idiot? Probably because I am an idiot, apparently. Okay. Let's just go and do these ones. Unbelievable. Again, can you believe that these stairs were the hardest thing to obtain? Out of all the blocks we're using for our farm, these stairs were pure hell to find. You wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think such a small little thing would be such a pain, but it was. Well, we are running out of the material now, so eventually, when I expand the farm again, I'll have to get more of them. But at least now I know where to find them, so it shouldn't be as big of an issue anymore as it used to be. Let's grab another stack of these and make more stairs. 28. That is the last batch I have, actually, so if this isn't enough, then I will have to grab more, and I don't think this will be enough. I think we are running out, which is not optimal. No, not that one. Yeah, we didn't have enough. We do need to grab more of these. Which, again, it's fine. We know where to find them. It's not that big a deal. It's just a little bit annoying because we were close to done with those. Oh well. Close, but sadly, not quite far enough. All right. I just realized it wasn't the thing that it wasn't the fact that I was flying that allowed me to still sprint. Apparently, only humans will lose their ability to sprint after their hunger goes too low. Since I am a bee, I can sprint even with a lower hunger bar. That is actually interesting. I did not know that. And how would I know that? skill issue again? Yeah, I know. That is fascinating. Very fascinating indeed. Alright, next up we strip all these logs again. And with that, we're one step closer to achieving what we want to achieve here, which is not much, honestly. Alright, next up, more logs. How old are the logs? What do you mean, how old are the logs? I farmed them last stream, if that's what you're referring to. Oh, because I'm stripping them. Ha 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 ha. Get it? They were born yesterday, and I'm stripping them today. Amazing. They're 1 day old. But I have to... I am making a mental note now, because that is an interesting little factoid. The fact that if you are not human, you will be able to sprint even when you're starving. So, lesson learned, I'm throwing away my humanity. Okay. And there comes the quote. I am almost done with the logs. What do I still need after this? Well, that is right. The stairs and slabs, the most annoying part of all of it. But let's finish the logs first. He'll be like, ah, yes. So apparently this is the perfect amount I need. Okay. Also, you're saying Minecraft doesn't involve farming? Because I gotta tell you something, you're staring at something very, something that very strongly goes against that theory. Okay. Last remaining logs, let's go. Okay, now I just gotta strip them again. And then the logs are all placed. That means I now just need to get some more orange sandstone. And place all the mud bricks. Alright, let's start on the mud bricks then. Starting with the stairs, the most annoying part of them all. I'll do the ones around the edge first, because those are definitely the most annoying. Not like the others aren't annoying to place, but still. Like that. Can you believe this insanity? And I'm doing this again after having done it so many times already. Like, I feel like farm expansions are just gonna be a constant here. Farm Minecraft, my friends. Just borrow. Big quotation marks there. I think what I did here was... I did the snaking around thingy. There. Alright, continuing on. Do you enjoy the speed right now? Good old Asgore, nothing strange about it. Nothing strange about it whatsoever. I still haven't gotten any serious answers as to what new crops our farms still need. Rob, if you want more potatoes, I have potentially good news. Because one of the mods I want to add in the future will allow me to crossbreed different plants. Which means I might be able to do something with potatoes. But we'll have to see. Because that mod is not added yet. And I need to make more stairs. Potato melon! Alright, more stairs. More stairs. Again, the stair part is the most annoying part of the building process. So once these are done, everything else should go quite a bit faster. But with the stairs I have to pay attention to how I place them. With all the other things, as long as I place them, they're basically placed correctly. You could say I have to pay at least a little bit of attention with the trapdoors, so they all have the same orientation, but that's really not an issue. Sugarcane. I do have sugarcane, and in case you're curious as to why you might not have seen it correctly, it's because for some reason, for some odd, unexplainable reason, these are regular vanilla vines, by the way, and that right here is sugarcane. Don't question why only vines and sugarcane. Why out of every single plant I'm growing, only vines and sugarcane are purple. But I guess they're full of water, so that turns them purple. I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? It is so weird. Alright, name generator. James of this one. Bad text, do you have any idea for names? Chat! Can you do me a favor and help out Lee real quick with name ideas? Because I am not the person you should be asking, I feel like, because I am also not very creative. As you can tell, I'm clearly not creative. No, but seriously, when it comes to names, I have no creativity whatsoever. You can argue that maybe I have some creativity in Minecraft, but even then, I don't know. You can make an argument either way, I guess. Third. There we go. At least I'll finally be done with the stairs around the edges. Alright, that is the most annoying part done. Now for the interior part here. Which again, a little less annoying, but still very annoying. Especially because I never have enough stairs, apparently. Names. Nobody's creative, apparently, so it's not just me. Alright, again. 1 stack, 2 stack. Let's see how far that'll carry me. Oh. Okay. So, I realize now that I've gone a bit silent. So let's start chatting again about what? Now that is an interesting question. We could talk a little bit about what's planned, you know, future stuff such as a stream coming this Friday or Saturday, you know, Friday Night Funkin' and Raincoat. I feel like you're all well aware that I have big theories about Raincoat, that I am constantly theorizing, but the thing is we haven't properly started the investigation yet, so all my theories don't mean shit. However, I do still think that, again, the honor student, we can all agree is suspicious. Like I said before, I do believe that the other actor that was on stage is not the culprit. I believe out of the two of them, the one that died, that was chosen entirely at random. Which means they either did a very suicidal play there, if my theory is correct, or, again, they were not the culprit. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some more mud bricks in a second. Also, the time has almost come. Get ready. Get ready. Hydra chop, baby! Alright, we did it. That is a lot of hunger that fills up. Anyway, that's our advancement, so we got that taken care of. Good food, good food. If we want some good fucking food, kill a Hydra. Damn. I'm starting to think we might not even have farmed enough mud. Which is a worrying thought. Very worrying. Okay. Let's see, I can make 4 more stacks. That is what I can afford. Let's turn one of them into mud bricks immediately. Into mud brick stairs, I mean. I hope we have enough. Imagine if after all this I still didn't farm enough mud. Would be so very sad. Again, though, the stairs are the most expensive part, obviously. Because I still don't understand why the ratio of conversion is what it is. I still don't understand. Nobody understands why 6 full blocks are only enough for 4 non-full blocks. It should at least follow the law of equivalent exchange. Okay. Another stack, please and thank you. Okay. Getting closer to a finished product, slowly but surely. I see. At least that person seems a little bit more sincere about being apologetic than that one other person. Like, for them it really does feel more like an accident and less like an intentional thing. But again, you gotta be careful with those kinds of thingies. I mean, there's a reason why I only timed her out instead of going for a ban. But I hope the timeout corner shows that there are some people who take those spoilers a little bit more seriously. Okay. Please tell me I'm wrapping this up now. Okay, I didn't make enough, clearly, but how close am I to wrapping it up? Very close. So how many more do I need? 12? 16. Right? Yeah. 16 more, shouldn't be a problem. So sad. Yeah, honestly, everyone hates that. Now again, the person in question, they did seem like they were just talking about the character and they didn't think that info would pop up. Which it did. Again, they were talking about stuff from a free time event of a character, even though Lee was in the process of doing that character's free time events. But I guess since it was during free time events, they weren't and it didn't show up in the story. And since it didn't show up in the story, they weren't sure it was something that would still happen. So they were like, "Damn, I guess I might mention this because it's some nice little background details." Definitely felt more like an accident than asking someone, "Hey, did this character die yet?" Since you're playing the chapter where they die. That is an entirely different story if people do that. remarks. Hey, listen. I've said it in the past, I'll say it again. I can handle harsh remarks better than I can compliments, actually. Now, okay, but by now I can handle them better. By now I'm actually able to roll with compliments more in case they do show up. But I'm telling you, when I started streaming, like definitely for the first year, probably more like year and a half, whenever I would get a random compliment, my brain would just stop working. I would be like, that does not compute. Ow. Now see this. This kind of stuff I'm more used to. Damn it. Again, I've said I've gotten more used to it. And I know you're just saying that to get a reaction out of me. It's the sincere ones that you want to watch out for. But even then, by now I usually can come up with something to say after receiving a compliment. The occasional one, you know? Hey! That's just what happens when you become a live streamer, I guess. Okay. Our mud supplies are basically gone. And we got good progress done. Again, the stairs were the most expensive part, and those are all placed. The walls are the second most expensive. Those are all placed. The slabs are definitely the cheapest part by far, and that is essentially all we're missing now. That and, of course, a few more of these stairs, but yeah, we can obtain those. Alright, so we have to head out and farm just a teeny tiny bit more. Let's get to work. So I'm gonna need another shovel. I don't think we have any more shovels. Well, I do have one of those, but since they work best in those other dimensions, I would like to save them for those other dimensions. In which case, I should probably make a new shovel. My character, do I want to make a steel leaf shovel or two of them? Yeah, let's choose steel leaf, I think. It's not quite as durable as diamond, but it should have the same mining level as diamond, which makes it pretty fast.
Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sorry, my neighbor in
Sorry returns again, yes.
You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but stop.
And there we go. I'll drop the mud bricks in here for now, so I have more space to do the actual farming. Also, I don't need the shears on me. As soon as I'm hyper this stream, yeah, dude. That feels... No, I can't see that as sincere. I can't. But just in case that's actually a sincere compliment, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. They're both efficiency too, by the way. I forget. You know, sometimes I forget that when you make steel leaf tools, they immediately come with enchantments by default. I keep forgetting that. It is a nice little bonus. Efficiency 2 should definitely allow us to make quick work of stuff. Ah, nighttime, I see. Time to sleep. 67 seconds delay. Try refreshing, maybe? We still have that gift over here, by the way. Amazing stuff. You know, now when I look at this, I immediately think back to that cover. And the Enderman just hopping around in there. Amazing stuff, as you all know. Peak work by Neon. Why do you have so many dogs? Reasons. Very important reasons. I'm gonna think back to that cover every time I go back to my house. Alright, time to shovel some mud. Should be over here. Right? Oh, I flew past it. It's actually over here. Also, hello, Avanov. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to shoveling. Okay, it's not as fast as the other one, obviously. But still, it's a decent enough speed, I guess. You can definitely tell that efficiency 4 is a lot better than FE2. It's quite a big difference. But we take that. This is fine. If nothing else, it allows me to more carefully grab everything. Anyway. Farming blocks, right? Tell me, to any of you in chat who also play this game. Were there any big builds, any big build projects you've done at any point where you were constantly farming materials and where you had to really invest a lot of time grinding those materials? And if so, what was the build project and what kind of materials did you need to grind for it? I know we already had a question of the day, but I might as well ask some more of my own. 16 by 16 hole. Amazing build project. Turns off. And after a week and a day, it's done. So it's still a constant, like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't thing. Where it randomly works again for a while and then not. Am I saying that correctly? Foot out of dirt? Ah, so you also had to shovel a lot, I imagine. Much like me, except unlike you, I am grabbing the more moist variation of the block you needed. I know you can technically also make mud, right? I think all you need is dirt and water to actually make it. I think you need to right-click it with a glass bottle. Is that how it works? Pretty sure there is a way. But if I have to shovel stuff anyway, I might as well shovel the mud right away and not shovel dirt and then turn it into mud. Especially since doing the whole thing with water sounds even more tedious than this is. Okay, next stop. Check the map. Where is it? Where is the important spot? Yep. I really wish I could zoom out more. Machine. What? Automatic what now? Was it over on this side somewhere? There's a village apparently that I didn't really go to. Ah, it's over on this side, okay. Set course for the east. For a while. Power's been disconnected from... Ah, I see. So you figured out what causes it to not work anymore. Ah, they're... I keep forgetting that those nice little biome borders are a thing now. You can see it on the map, you can see it on the ground. You can definitely tell why I started adding more mods. What is this? Is that a grave of some kind? Interesting. That is just a witch's hut. Yep. Well, you know what that means. I know the witch is attacking me. Slowness, huh? Not bad, not bad. But you can't get me up here. Fine, I'll leave your cat. I'll leave it alone. There's more of these thingies. Seems like there's a bit of a graveyard here. Curious. Am I on the correct course? Where am I right now? I'm up here. So I should go along and find the regular stuff. Cat lives? Yeah, be happy. Should have villagers make cats and the kids down and want to pull some glass I can see. This is all. Oh my god, really? And I imagine that zombie is also named so it doesn't despawn, obviously. Can't have it despawn after all. We are loading a few more new chunks here. I am still on track, right? Yeah, okay. David, of course. What a name. Good zombie name. We should also keep our eyes open in case we see another one of those gatekeeper houses. Is there still... Oh no, we found the first case of this. Courtesy of Spinne, by the way. Spinne is... If you ever see these trees growing on top of other trees, blame Spinne. Spinne was the one who really, really wanted this. And then later realized that they didn't really want this. Look at this! Spinne, what have you done to my game? I was happy that I didn't encounter this so far, but now I have encountered it. Let's hope it stays there, because I know, you want to know what's really horrible? These trees can grow on top of glaciers! You're in the middle of the ocean, there's nothing but ice, and out of that ice, these trees will just grow, and then grow on top of each other. On top of it all. Okay, I think we're back on track with chunks we've already loaded previously. So now I should be able to reach my destination by just going east. I was going to start. It's left before job. Oh! Are you nervous? Are you excited? Probably a bit of both. Last 3 day. You have to admit, the Minecraft world is quite nice, especially if you add some extra biomes to it on top of everything that is already in it. Where am I right now? Okay, yeah, as I said, I'm back on track now. So now it should just be a straight shot east. Did I ever visit that village? I'm gonna check out the blacksmith real quick. I did. Sorry to intrude, I'm already gone. Look at them. Okay, it's gonna turn to night, so I'll do the mining as a zombie, probably. Just a zombie mining away, as you do. Being scared of the trees. A crucial part of my life. Miss this? I mean, that's fair. That's fair. After you get a job, your free time will definitely be suffering a little bit. Ooh. I don't remember this biome. I was only ever mining over there. I never flew over here to see this. Oh, that's pretty cool. Henry Free Knight? I guess that could be a decent enough name. Yeah, sure. Alright, land. I'm not a drowned. I'm a zombie. Hello, fellow zombie. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some mining up here. 4. I mean, I like the name Henry, because there are some good Henrys out there, like Henry Stickmin or Henry Emily. You either get the references or you don't. So that name definitely works. Free Knight? I guess? I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the last name. Ooh. But that is up to you. There's a random sapling here. And bones? Did I drop that the last time I was out here to mine? Wow, all that stuff is still here because I never loaded these chunks again. How nice. Oh, that's not just a cave, that's a ravine. Curious. Nice. Look at all this sandstone we're getting here. We'll just grab a bunch, we'll head back. We should hopefully get more than enough to last us for a long time again. How relaxed can... described as a muscle atrophy. Oh, my museum derives me of what? What do you mean ruined museum? Did you tear everything down? Like, did you? If so, why? Why would you have to get rid of it? That sucks. Because I know that took you that you spent a lot of years on, that you spent a lot of time on that, I should say. Me. Server, I see. It's freedom. Okay then. Go with whatever name, it can't be any dumber than Cocoa Head after all. What do they do to the poor main character of Raincode? Why Cocoa Head? Or down itself due to physics. 13 years. Oh, I see. But you know, at least you'll always have the memories. Plus, you took photos of it too. So you have the memories and the pictures at least to remember everything by. But yeah, that still must not have been easy, seeing everything go like that. Now, I do kind of want to check out that area over there. Because it does look pretty interesting. Is that a volcano of some sort? Is it just a random black mountain that lava's coming out of? Part of me wants to say it looks a bit like a volcano. I guess you can at least say that this area has high volcanic activity because of all the lava around here. Look at that stuff. It's everywhere. But I guess it's not exactly the same as a volcano. Ooh, but they do have a nice cave here too. Leading into a ravine. And this Nah, it's not a floating island. I was gonna say a floating island just leaking stuff. Ooh. Ooh, this looks nice. Just a quick look, okay? I'm gonna be gone in a second. Ooh, mushroom caves. And this must be the first time I'm seeing Young's Better Mineshafts in action. I know that's a mod I've had for a while, but I have yet to see the Better Mineshafts, actually. I just came across one. Oh, that goes down pretty far, huh? Mushroom Mineshaft, intriguing. Fascinating. But not what I'm here for. I'll be back. Oh. Maxed out. I see. Why there's so many options. Don't ask me. I have no clue. I like this. Just going around looking at some of the new biomes. Ooh, the watercolor in this biome also looks so nice and clear. This is such a bright color. I like the bright color. Oh god, it's gonna turn daytime in a second. I should go ahead and transform into a bee so I don't die immediately. Well, I wouldn't die immediately, but my helmet durability would go down. And I'd rather avoid that. If it doesn't have to go down, then we won't let it go down. Okay, we should have enough materials to finish off the farm now. And after that, after the farm is finished off, I think what I really want to do is get rid of some of the other Twilight Forest bosses that I still don't have the identities for. Now, what Twilight Forest bosses are we still missing? The Phantom Armor thingy, the Ur-Ghast, the Hydra. Anything else? Hydra, Ur-Ghast, Phantom Armor. I think that's all we're missing, right? In terms of bosses. I think so. In which case, we should be able to get those done within the next few streams if I commit to it a little bit. I have to find another Hydra first. That's the one problem. We have to find another Hydra and another Ur-Ghast. I think I discovered another Dark Forest though, so finding another Ur-Ghast shouldn't be too hard. Also, I will combine that with my task of getting more pedestals for the trophies, because we do still need to do that as well. So we'll get multiple things done at the same time. Interesting little streak of purple. We're in Portal that I think I've been to already. Looks like it, yeah. Just double checking. Yup, definitely. Okay, we're almost back. And then we'll finish the farm expansion, plant some stuff. And after stuff has been planted, I guess we'll go to the Twilight Forest and start working on those bosses. Right? Seems reasonable enough to me. New identity obtained. Alright, almost back, almost back. You know what? They're giving me the option here, okay? I might as well take them up on the offer. Alright, where were we? Few more identities obtained, you know, as you do. There's still quite a few for me to collect, okay? No place like home. Let's get in there. You know what, I'll leave a sapling here because I feel like it. Okay. Oh, right. Alright, let's wrap this up. Short question, he said in an immediately long message. Shadow magic. Okay. Gain healing or devils use fire magic? Go into sun whatsoever, what devils are. It's shadow magic. Some dude. I don't know. You could just commit hardcore to shadow. Isn't there any way to get around the thing with the sun? Why can't you walk around with an umbrella or something to shield yourself? I don't know them. I don't know. I don't know about anything. Let's make 2 more stacks for now. Drop that in there. Some bones. Fully night active. Up to you. Maybe if you like the challenge, you can still go for it. Never deny someone the right to challenge themselves. Okay. Let's smelt this many. That's more than I need, I think. Into the furnace they go. And let's get to work with these mud bricks. Get the ceiling in here. I messed up, as I do, always. You know what? Why am I doing this? I can just human this out. I don't need to be anything else. Sometimes being a human is really all that you need. But then you mess up and do this. And then you have to jump down to get what you dropped. And then you have to fly back up. So maybe I should be something that flies. But maybe a bee is enough. Okay. Now to get one hybrid. I see. It is from Hollow Knight, I can tell you that much, yes. But that's where the name cuts off. So I can't tell you the entire name of the song, sadly. Need to stop messing this shit up. All right, more. To think I need this many materials just to expand the farm! You know, I could have just made this be an entirely open area. I could have just made a giant flat area to plant crops, but no. I have to make sure everything is nice and contained within my base. And it has to look decent. So I'm doing this to myself. I'm torturing myself here. This is nobody's fault but mine. I have nobody to blame but myself for suffering every single day through giant building and grinding sessions. Then again, we're only halfway through the stream at this point, and we are kind of in the final stretch of the building session. So, I guess it's not that bad. Definitely could be worse. But I definitely also could have made it a lot easier. Especially since I learned that these crops need access to the sky anyway. And instead of being like, oh damn, if they need access to the sky, I'll just make it easier for myself and don't build a ceiling. I'm like, no. I am going to build a ceiling that has patterns built in specifically to allow the crops to receive light from the sky. Because that is just what I do. 2 more stacks, please, and thank you. Okay. Slabs, please, and thank you. Alright, 1 more row. We're getting close. The exterior is almost done. Can you believe it? Can you believe I am actually making progress? Okay, just a few more. We almost got this. Let's see if that's actually enough. It might be, it might not be. Probably not quite. Whoops. Ooh, very close to being enough. Again, not quite there. How many more do I need? That's 4. I need 10 more. I can't make exactly 10. I can only make them in batches of 6, so I have to make 12. But that is fine. The final slabs are about to be placed. Get ready. And we're done with the slabs. Okay. Now what are we missing? As you can see, the trapdoors, obviously. What else are we missing? Well, the stairs on the edge. But that is most of the exterior. In fact, the building materials over here should be ready now. Go over here, see if I have some spruce left over. I have some trapdoors here. I'm gonna need to make a lot more. In fact, I might have to plant some more trees. I definitely will have to plant some more trees. Let's get to work. Okay, up we go. Take a second. This is a big one. Okay. Naturally, when it comes to spruce, we'll also be planting the big ones. Why wouldn't we? But again, we'll plant both times. We'll plant the big ones and the small ones. And last one. At least we should have a decent supply of jungle wood again now. Good for when we need it next time. I'm gonna be a human real quick so I can more easily see what I need to grab. You'd think that when you're close to the ground it would be easier to see everything, but no, it's actually harder. Gabe, by the way, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, hello, hello. How was the rest of your stream? Were you enjoying your time with Sino? I hope so. I hope you were enjoying your time with Sino. I'm gonna be playing Genshin again next week. Because again, my schedule is planned full until Saturday, and on Sunday I would like to take at least one day break before I dive back in. Also, Alex, hello! Hey dude, how's it going? How are you? Hope you're doing fantastic. I am currently in the process of expanding my farm, which means I have to plant more spruce because trapdoors. So yeah, I'm currently on the roof of my farm, because for some reason I think having a farm out in the open is just too easy. Everything has to be covered in my base. But naturally the crops still need sky access to grow. And since the crops need sky access, but I don't want to see this purple sky, I decided to use these trapdoors because you can't see through them, but for some reason they still allow the light to go through, which is, I think, very nice. But yeah, we're close to finished. Again, I don't think we need much more than these trapdoors. And of course, then we need to figure out what to plant in there. So the entire, like all the slots where the crops will grow, are still very empty. I just fell in, but that is fine. By the way, Alex, you're gonna be playing Danganronpa again today, right? Just making sure. I want to be sure I catch your stream. Because it did say you were streaming daily, I think. So yeah, looking forward to that. AKA, why the hell does 3 need a... why indeed? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fontaine, I know. All day this week, okay, got it. Alright, let's see. 8 is probably not enough. Let's see if 12 is enough. Hopefully it's enough. Grinding all the materials for this expansion sure was something. But totally worth it. Alright. Keep forgetting how annoying this is. So far it's... I know. I am absolutely in love with the franchise. Again, I have played all 4 games, watched the anime, including 2.5, not just Danganronpa 3, I also watched 2.5. But there is still more technically to it. There's also Danganronpa 0, which is... I believe it's a light novel, and I haven't read that one yet. So there is still some stuff to Danganronpa that even I am unfamiliar with. Okay, that should... Oh, wait. That should be everything. Also, I'm not gonna waste this. I'm gonna take that back. No! Yeah. It is a big franchise. Alright, yeah, there's a lot again to this. And then there's all the Danganronpas, as they are called, which I really want to get into at some point. Need help? You're not getting any help. I cannot help you. I can't even help myself. Fan games? Yup. They exist. They're mostly like series. Mostly they're series on YouTube. Where like They make it look like it's a new game. They have all the sprites and assets and the text boxes like it would look in a game, but it's just on YouTube and not in game form. But there is one that is in development where I think a demo of it is out. That is an actual game that you can play. And that is one that I really want to look into at some point. I think it's called Project Eden's Garden. So that's gonna be a fun one to check out. Who knows, maybe I should do that on stream at some point. Alright there, the jungle chest completely empty, not anymore. I still have my storage area way too big. It is confusing to walk around sometimes. Why did I think it was a good idea to make the storage area so big? I still have jungle stuff. There. Okay. I think now all we need to do is, again, get the spruce. How much spruce do we still have? This is in no way gonna be enough. So you have so much suck its tail. Honestly, it's a little bit too organized that I eventually gave up on organization. Because I have 3 double chests for every type of material, I eventually just decided, you know what, dirt? Let's toss mud and everything in there as well. Or, I have so many Mordors that I'm like, damn, diamonds? You know what? Let's toss these things in here. Or let's toss this in with the emeralds. Or toss this in with the quartz. Because I made too much storage for each item. Mistakes were made. Alright, continuing on with the trapdoors. Let's hope that's enough. First things first, I need the bee. I am now a bee. So I can get up onto the roof more easily. Squeeze through there, okay. And that was enough out of the bee. Let's get back to work. Gotta love the identity mod, it makes things so much easier. Even if I reduce my health for it. Sorters. Auto sorters, yes, I have seen them. Honestly, I'm impressed with that kind of stuff. Again, I think eventually my storage area will become obsolete. Mainly because eventually I'll probably have... Again, those vanilla, like those redstone auto sorters are a bit too complicated for me and they need to be super massive. I think eventually one of the mods I'm gonna add is just gonna be something that has like a storage network and like an interface where you can just search up an item and it just has access to your entire storage at once. Something like that would definitely be super handy to have. Because, again, with my current storage, I already get confused. Which is dumb. Like, very dumb. It's not that big. Ah, are you still going on with that Discord roleplay? Again, I cannot help you there. What do you expect out of me? Do I have enough? No, actually, yeah, I have. Oh my god, I calculated it. I'm a genius. I totally calculated it perfectly. Okay, this was not random chance. I perfectly calculated how many trapdoors I needed. So far, it's handling them pretty well. It gets a few tiny little lag spikes when I'm in the Twilight Forest. Not a lot, but enough. Enough that it's a little annoying at least. Okay, now I have all these extra spaces for more crops. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It's not to ask you how much time to add something exciting. I cannot tell you, and I will not tell you, but I have a feeling, we all know, that at this point Alex has done enough streams that we know the next stream will bring excitement. After all, you can't keep the happiness going for long. The game is all about despair, after all. Right, I need to figure out what to plant now. Okay. First things first, I wanted to plant Weeping and the other stuff. These ones. Weeping and Twisting. Also, Starlit, because I feel like it. Let's see. I actually will need a few more of these. And a little bit more jungle. So I shouldn't have put that away immediately. I'll just take a stack, playing it safe. To happen in the game soon? Well, something happens all the time. I cannot tell you if it'll be something horrible, or something good, or something mediocre. You will find out. Okay, so I will definitely plant here. This will be where I plant the starlit vines. Right next to the vanilla Minecraft vines. It just makes sense. Like that. Okay. Dang. Yeah, true, the coin. I still think it's annoying that it works like that. I mean, I get it. I get that they want a mechanic to reduce the repeat percentage, so you can get new items if you want new items. But the way they handle it, there's just like no warning. It's just, yep, now your coins are gone. Have fun. They definitely could have explained that at least. Plus, it was already confusing enough, because most people think they can just press the button and it'll work, but you have to press down first. Even more confusion. Ah. At least now you know how it works. Notice something. I mean, there is an explanation thingy next to it, but they just don't explain that aspect of it for some reason. They explain basically everything else. Except for the what happens if I enter multiple coins. The only thing they don't clear up. Okay. Just like, you know what I mean? I don't, sadly. Ha ha ha, I am uncultured, as you know. It is no secret. Fell asleep, tired. It's just a side hobby. If it's just a side hobby, Again, I am not judging. I just know that if you overdo it with the roleplay thing, can be annoying. But I'm not gonna judge a hobby, damn it. Just barely not enough, okay. Okay, those should be growing. I need 2 more mud bricks. Of course, I didn't have enough. Well, I'm gonna need to grab more mud bricks anyway, for the other farms. I know, it's jungle, yeah, it's stripped jungle wood. I had to fiddle around a little bit to find a nice block palette, and I thought that worked really well. Plus, it works. When I was thinking about what I want to do for the farm, I was like, should I make it like a more modern thing with a lot of white colors and everything? Like a little bit like you know, like like a really modern style greenhouse, I guess would be my best way to describe it. But then I decided to go for a little bit more of the... with the mud to have a little bit more of an organic feeling. I don't know how to best describe it. Took me a little bit to come to that decision though. Ooh, I'm running out of mud yet again. Who could have seen that one coming? Not me, apparently. Yeah, I know. It can be hard to work with, but when you get it to work, it works. It works well. I had to do a little bit of a trick. There we go. I also need a... do I need more jungle? Oh, I think I have enough. I had to do a little bit of a trick because of how I did the corners. Because I didn't want to use planks because the planks, they don't look exactly like the logs, of course. But I wanted the corners to look natural. So I fiddled around a bit until I discovered that Biomes O'Plenty adds orange sandstone. And smooth orange sandstone looks very similar to stripped jungle. So I took a long time searching the entire overworld until I eventually, after hours of streaming, found a biome that had orange sandstone in it. And then I grind, and all of that just for these corners. That was a bit of a pain. But now they're there. And now it all works. Alright. Missing these blocks. Okay. Twisting vines. They grow from the ground, correct? Do they grow on any material? Let's find out. They do! They grow on any material. Well, that will make things a bit easier. Now the question becomes, do I want them to be growing exclusively on this? Actually, I do. But maybe I'll raise up the outer line a little bit. To make it feel like there's a little bit more of a border of the farm and you don't just walk into it. Like, here it works because we have the wood in here as solid pillars, right? But here it would just be flat ground with the crops growing out of it. And I do kind of want it to be nicely like cut off to where the farm starts. So I probably will just raise it up around the edge a little bit and then plant it inside. Now this will mean, of course, that we have a little bit less farming space, but it won't be much less. And I think I can handle it, because I'm not gonna need too many of these vines anyway. Like, how often are you gonna need twisting vines? Let's be honest. You're really not gonna need them. But I'll have them, just in case. Ooh. A few more, and then we can plant them. Alright, nice. And they're growing already, perfect. Feels a little bit weird having them grow out of wood. Maybe I should change the floor at some point. I'll think about it. Alright, now these ones, they grow from the ceiling. So, I'll probably do the same thing I did over here. Which means... I'll have to do it like this. Do the same strat I use for glowberries. To make these farms work. And with this, I should have finished off all the vanilla crops, right? I think with that I'll have all of them. Alright. Not for a bit, gotta walk real quick. Alright, I will, you do that. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it, and yeah, who knows? Maybe by the time you're back, these farms will look amazing. I don't know. Maybe we won't actually be in the farms anymore. I'm pretty sure we won't be. I'm pretty sure by then I'll have moved on to something else. Okay. Let's do that. That works just as well. In fact, I now realize something. Ah, but that doesn't work where the slabs are. Where the things are. But I can just save resources by doing this, in theory. Right? Yeah, that would save on resources. Let's go up top and change that real quick. Actually, no. No, I don't feel like changing it. Yeah, Lee, was the throw necessary? Probably. Let's just leave it that way. Alright, let's check how I did that over here. So that's just the outer layer. And then in here it's a 2x2. Okay. Got it. So yeah, these ones need to go. Soda. Feel like that works. I feel like that works. Okay, I also get some stairs back by doing this, which is good, because again, stairs are expensive. This constantly transforming back and forth between bee and human is really taking a toll on my hunger bar. I'll just do this. I don't want to go back and farm right now. It works. Okay. Oh, and I didn't do the thing here. Did I just have the perfect amount? I think I had the perfect amount to finish it. Okay. Now for the ground. The floor needs some work. Let's wrap it up. I probably made too many there, but that's fine. Again, I'll need them eventually. Because this is not gonna be the last farm expansion. You already know that. It's not the first farm expansion, and it most certainly will not be the last. There it is. And let's start planting them. Okay. Napstablook go burr? Yes. Okay. Okay, note to self. If I want to harvest them, the block I break doesn't drop the vine apparently, but the blocks above it do. Unless maybe I break it with shears. Then it might give me all of it. Good to know. Alright, speaking of shears, I'm gonna need them anyway. So let's go and grab them. Quick little wrap up on the farm, and then we'll go back to the Twilight Forest for some more bosses, I guess. Ha! So you're not insane. Well, you are insane, but I guess in this particular case you were okay. Oh, there they go. Still not enough. Need more. It's fun being insane. Ah, I can imagine. Nagito, ah, yes. Good old Nagito. Everyone's favorite. But let's go light on the Danganronpa talk, just in case, you know. Because Alex is... I know Alex is currently going to the convenience store, but just, you know, when he gets back, you know. Jungle. Okay, we have 12 extra stairs now. Nice for when I expand again. There we go. How about other crazy characters? Really now. Icon. Icon is peak. Absolute peak. Sadly, I don't think enough people know who Icon is to warrant talking about her. Okay. Let's close all the doors. I don't need to leave everything open after all. Who just leaves all their doors open constantly? I mean, I do when I have to build something. Okay. So, next goal. Back to the Twilight Forest. There we go. And in we go. Set up base here. Why do I have another? Did I grab the one from my basement? And yes, I did see those pictures. I wanted to leave the one in the basement. Why did I grab it? It's always good to have an ender chest available. Why are you always standing in the doorway? That is not where you should be. Okay. You know what, I don't even feel like placing this here. Actually, I do need to go into the base real quick, because I forgot something. I forgot something that I need. Something very important. Now we can go. I should probably also grab a spare pair of armor. Alright, let's go. Now I'm ready. Made it worse. No context needed, I guess. Reasons chat is now 18 plus. Damn. Alright. Phantom to be a hostile monster. Now, my goal, with me being hostile, it should make it easier to actually go through here. I need to find the spots that haven't been opened up yet. I think I went to the back, so there should be another unopened dungeon somewhere along here. Yeah, this area is way too dark. I definitely didn't go here yet. Oh, that's just glowberries. Or not glowberries, torchberries is what they're called. I realize now that I won't find my target here. I have to go around this way. Okay. Well, that was quick. Why is the top section covered for this one partially? Normally this is fully exposed. Why did they cover it here? Weird. Anyway. Open. Grab that. And grab that. That pedestal is why I'm here. Okay. Now that I no longer need to fly, I will just be a very generic monster. Let's go with a skeleton. Again, I've already cleared this dungeon legitimately. What's happening? Why did you spawn in there? Upper Goblin Knight. Okay, I can now become an Upper Goblin Knight. I am a top. Who could have thunked? You're a lower Goblin Knight, I would assume. Yup. I should probably also equip my shield just in case. Okay, let's have a look around, see what I can get. I'm trying to find that boss. I know that boss is dangerous, so I'll mostly stay out of the boss room when I fight it. That's it! Oh wait! It hasn't even spawned in yet, perfect. There it is, now it's spawned in. Now, it might not even attack me unless while I'm a human. And it needs to attack, otherwise this whole thing doesn't work. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Just be careful. Actually, it is doing its movement patterns. Maybe it will actually go into attack mode. Let's observe a little bit, and if it goes into attack mode, I will attack. If not, I will turn human. Careful now. It's not going into attack mode so far. Whoa! I think I have to turn human for it to notice me. Notice me, senpai! Is you know like someone else? Wow. Amazing. You. Okay, that was it. Ah, I forgot. This is the one boss that doesn't have a health bar, so I don't even know how far into the fight I am. Don't run away, you... Okay. I won't know how far into the fight I am until some of them actually start dying. There's one. Okay, I got 2 hits in on that one. Oh. They're guarding him. Oh! Unlocked Phantom Knight identity. Let's go. Killed the second one. I do want to clear them out, you know. Can you stop guarding each other, please? Stop guarding the one that is clearly vulnerable. Thank you for the Phantom chestplate. I think I only had Phantom helmets so far. So the chestplate is very much welcome. Do you have any other armor, or are helmets and chestplates the only thing? I mean, you clearly don't have any leg armor on you, but maybe you can drop it anyway? I highly doubt it. You can drop a shield, but it's just a knight metal shield. It's nothing too special. And it has it's very low on its durability right now. And then there was one. Phantom chestplate, more tools, thank you very much. Let's go. Also, shoes, I don't know. Just be careful. Okay then. Okay, I got what I came here for. I don't think there is any other reason for me to stay here, because I think... Actually, there might be one more enemy type in here. Maybe. But I'm not entirely sure. Yes, there is. There's these things. They even have a spawner in here. How cute. Let's have a little bit more of a look around and then we'll head off and find another boss dungeon. Well, well, well. Damn it. Okay. They should really stop laughing at me. Why do they always laugh? What did I do that's so funny? Anyway, let's go towards the exit again. and get to the 4th one of these. All I want there is the pedestal. I don't even want to go down and kill the boss. I don't see the need to right now. I can always come back to it if I really need to. Shouldn't be too hard to find the exit. That's why I went down. I did leave a little bit of a trail of torches after all, so I should just be able to follow that back. That was the dead end. There it is. Alright, phantom it up. Let's have one more quick look out here. Because I think there might be... I remember those guys that swing around the Morning Star. I don't know if they're a unique enemy. I think they might just be the things I saw down below. I just want to make sure. By getting a quick look at them if I can find one. Because they should be around here. I guess not, though. Guess the game says, no, you're not gonna get to find one of them. And if the game says so, then what can I do? Alright, let's exit this forest. I am Speed. Okay, we is out. And we'll enter the forest again over here. But we will find another one of those structures. While we get to be able to get another trophy pedestal thingy. I just want the pedestal. That is all I'm after. It is kind of sad that these pedestals are a bit annoying to get because you can only get one of them per dungeon and only in these dungeons. This one seems a bit cut off on the top. Interesting. But these dungeons are the only place where you can get this stuff and only one per thingy. So I think that's a little bit annoying. Anyway, we got the thing. Alright. So what other bosses do we still need? The Ur-Ghast and the Hydra. And I think that is it. Now the Ur-Ghast doesn't spawn in again. We already killed it here, so it's gone. But what I will do while I am here is already get the identities of the other things that lurk around in this tower. Because there are 3 more creatures in here that I can't turn into yet. One of them being right here. Don't jump off, I need to kill you. Hold still so I can kill you. Damn it, it fell off. Actually, you are the other thing I still need to kill, so... let's go. Come at me, bro. I think I already killed one of you. Pretty sure I did. Ooh. Yeah, I did. But I didn't kill one of the small ones yet. So let's enter this tower. Preferably maybe from the top. We should hopefully be able to find... not find you. We shouldn't have to backtrack far, I think. There we go, I didn't have you yet. Well, there's definitely a Ghast above me. Let's kill you real quick, I guess. Damn it. Hold still. Got it, okay. So that leaves only the little ghasts, which I should be able to find. They're usually in the taller segments of the tower. Which I thought there was one nearby. Isn't there one nearby? Ooh, not there. Ah! There we go. This is what I was looking for. Okay, let's see. Are those some particles? Oh, that's just because a spider died, not because something spawned in. These spiders are relatively harmless anyway. No use worrying about them, like, at all. Ah, there's one. Okay. Now with that done, let's get out of here. Hopefully I'll encounter a balcony around here. They're normally everywhere. Okay, this should lead me to... Nope. Which way is a balcony? You misspelled senpai, you goddamn idiot. Why do you spell senpai with an A up there after the S? Who spells senpai that way? Now where was the other? Down there, okay, straight south. Alright, let's go straight to the next Ur-Ghast, I guess. Now awake, then you should probably get some sleep. Just saying. I can definitely recommend that. That is the same old Hydra, right? Yeah. Okay, already killed that one. We have to find another Hydra to kill to get its identity. But for now, I guess we'll just worry about the Ur-Ghast. Now, I hope I can get to the top of the Ur-Ghast tower right away. I know normally you need to grab the keys and everything to unlock the way up, but I can technically just fly up there. The question just becomes if the stuff up there is interactable when I haven't unlocked my way to the top yet. That will be the big question. After stream you'll go to bed? Fair. Okay then. Okay, there's the forest. Before I go to the top, I will grab these extra pedestals. And you cannot stop me. Let's start looking for the place where this goes. This is important, okay? Has to be in here somewhere. In here somewhere. Where is it? It has to be in here somewhere. It has to be in here somewhere. It has to be in here. Ah, there it is. And there's my pedestal. Yep, that is number 3. Fastest way out is over here. Okay. Now, there is one thing I should probably do. which is set up camp real quick. Okay. Let me actually compare durabilities real quick. Yeah, you know what? I'll use up the Night Metal Shield first, I guess. Okay, but first things first, have some more drops. Uh-huh. Armor, again, because I can apparently never have too much armor. Trophy. Nice spare. Even more armor, by the way. Tools. Ooh, this is filling up now. This is really filling up. It is hot recently. Just in general, it is horrible how hot it is. Not just for you. It is pain. I am currently sweating my butt off. Alright, I should probably do a quick stop at the library, because I have a bunch of experience that I should drop. So let's do that. Dropping off experience, there we go. Okay, ready to go. I need more pedestals. That is what I'm currently working on. Because the trophies, I don't want these trophies. They don't look perfect on the walls. I want these trophies to all be on a pedestal. Problem is, you can't craft pedestals. The only way to obtain a pedestal is from a very specific dungeon. And each of these very specific dungeons only has a total of exactly one pedestal. Nice sandwich. Good. Glad it's worth it. Okay, so let's search for this dungeon again. Should be... I have to go quite a bit in this direction, because I have to go out of the orange area of the trees into the green one. Okay, and somewhere here should be the dungeon. Somewhere around here. Ah! Oh wow, it's near the edge. Oh that... Well, excuse me, but I think this dungeon could have generated a bit better. I am currently a phantom. Phantoms are nice because they have the same amount of HP as a player. They're only 1 block tall. Problem is, naturally, like all mobs, they burn in the daylight. But I am currently not, it's currently not day. Actually, it's never really day in the Twilight Forest, which is actually very useful for me. Plus, most mobs don't recognize I am a player and thus will not attack me until I start going after them. So if you're just going through an area really quick, then Phantom is probably the way to go. Problem is, the Phantom disguise doesn't seem to always work. Actually, disguise in general doesn't seem to always work. There was one dungeon that I was exploring, and like, it only worked on half the enemies in there. Like, 50% of them didn't attack me. The other 50% were like, they walked towards me a little bit, I was scared, then they turned away a little bit, I was okay, then they turned towards me again, and then they started attacking me. So these disguises aren't exactly foolproof, but since I'm just going through here really quick, I think I should be safe. As long as I don't linger around anywhere for too long, okay. Like in general they work. Giant enemy spider, which I will not stick around for. Okay. Currently have 4 pedestals. I definitely need more. I don't know if it's a problem, but honestly I actually prefer it this way. Because otherwise transforming into an enemy is almost too broken. So I like that there's at least a little bit of danger, potentially. I actually do like that. Because again, what am I doing? I've been to the northern section of the forest. I've been here already. There we go. I need to go to the other sections of the forest. The western area and the southern area is where I haven't been yet. Alright, let's keep our eyes open again. Because this dungeon is annoying to find. With most dungeons you can just get a good view of everything because they're usually big and tower above everything. But this dungeon in particular is hidden underneath this giant forest with no holes in the roof. It is annoying to find. And now I have found it, but I don't see an entry point. Where's the entry point? Oh god. I forgot how annoying it is to squeeze into an opening as a phantom. There we go. They literally... Okay, so there was one where everything was just completely cut off at the top, and this one didn't even have a proper entry point. Very weird. Alright, let's squeeze on out. Okay, that worked a little bit better. Okay, southern area, and then we'll have obtained all the pedestals that are in this forest. Then I'll have to find another one of these forests to obtain exactly 4 more. Ah, the tedium of getting these. Ooh, hello, hello, let me just pass on by. Okay, I think I am in the southern part of it now. It's a little bit harder to tell because the map switched to the nighttime map. Which makes it hard for me to identify which parts of the forest are still in the orange area. Oh! But I have found my destination, okay. This is another one that is very close to the edge of the forest, interestingly enough. Yeah, again, this does not feel like it should go this far out. Okay, but now I know the entry point is right here. Ha! And I fit in there. Let's go. So that is now open, but I don't care. I'm just here to leave again. Okay, now for the big thing. The big thing that we're here for. The Ur-Ghast tower. Because I want to because I've killed an Ur-Ghast before, but that was before I had the identity mod. So if I want to transform into the Ur-Ghast boss, I have to kill it again. And it's at the top of the tower. Luckily, unlike last time I tried to go into one of them, I can fly now. The problem is I don't know if I can interact with everything up there. Because normally you're supposed to unlock the way up, and the game stops you from breaking any blocks unless you've unlocked the path up there. So if I can't activate the Ur-Ghast traps, then the boss fight will be a lot harder. But also a lot easier at the same time, because the constant ghast that spawn everywhere, they shouldn't be hostile immediately. So yeah, I'm safe from the constant fire anyway. Okay, do you see the boss? I see the boss spawner. Okay, there it is. There's the boss spawner. The second I get close, the Ur-Ghast is gonna spawn in. Before I spawn it in, let me see if I can activate these. You know what, I guess I'll just have to activate the boss spawner. I'll get rid of a little bit of this fire so I can more easily maneuver around up here. Again, last time I was in one of these dungeons, the ability of flight was not in my repertoire. So hopefully the fight will be a lot easier this time. It should be a lot easier this time. If not, I'm doing something wrong. Again, I feel like the first time I do a boss, I should do it at least... You know, I shouldn't transform into something for it, probably. Then again, I did kind of break that rule already with Blue Skies, but come on, that boss was just unfair. Alright, spawn in. Ooh, there it is! It is big! It is very big. Another thing I didn't have last time was a power 5 bow. That missed. Oh my god, what is your hitbox? You know what? I don't even need to activate the traps. I can kill you like this. Oh. That is a nice attack, but as long as I'm up here, that won't do shit to me. Ow. I take that back. I can fight you up here now. But you know what? I might still try to charge up these traps. Let's do it. Let's charge them up. Okay, this one seems to be charged. Oop, oop, ow, ow, ow. I forgot how much damage that thing can deal. Activate it. Oh, really? It does not reach you. Really? It really doesn't reach you. Okay. Very big boy. Now imagine having to fight while constantly being trapped down there. And he just rains hellfire on you in form of gas tears. Man, that first fight sure was something. I was hiding 90% of the time. Oh! Alright, charge this area up. Okay, this trap is charged. But he's not coming this way, okay. Oh, wait, I think he's coming now. Yep, activate. This is how you're supposed to get him. You pull him down, and then while he's pulled down, you attack. I am dead, I am dead, I am dead. I cannot get out. Oh my god, I got out. I don't know how I got out of that just in time. That was way too close. Okay, let's keep a bit of a distance and just activate the traps again. Or, well, not activate them, but charge them at least. Keep our distance as we regenerate. I know I don't have the best food for healing. That was very lucky. Stay away from me, dude. Stay away. Let me heal. We can talk about this later. This one isn't charged. Okay. This one is charged? Okay. Let's see if he's coming over here. If he is, then I'm gonna hit him with this one. Okay, he's not coming this way. He's just cycling between those two right now. But maybe he'll change his mind? Oh, yeah, he's coming, he's coming. Activate, activate, activate! Why is it not activating? Why did that not activate? It sounds like it's charged, but then it isn't. Oh god, I hate that. That deals so much damage if you get caught under it. Is this one charged? This one sounds like it's charged. Let's kill you just... Oh, now it's charged. Okay. This one is charged. Why don't you come on over here and I'll pull you down real quick. The problem with the Ur-Ghast is it slowly, very slowly regenerates its HP. So you really want to get those hits in while you can. Because otherwise... See, its health just went up a bit again. Oh no, don't come over here. Okay, this one is charged. Activate, 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 it's coming. And fly away. This one's beeping, but not beeping fast yet. This one can be activated. Oh, it's here, it's here. Perfect timing, my friend. I was just about to go get you. Alright, it's gonna rain again, right? Oh, you didn't rain the gas tears immediately. How kind of you. Come on, I just want to be able to transform into you. Not that there's any use for me to transform into something that big. That's just gonna be an inconvenience more than anything. But I just want to be able to transform into you for the sake of it. I want to add you to my collection. Please let me add you to my collection. Thank you. Thanks for being added to my collection. And that music change is very appropriate. Last goodbye. Very, very appropriate. What do we have? Fiery Tears, Carmenite, and the Ur-Ghast trophy again. Okay. My second Ur-Ghast kill. Ooh, this one. Oh, this is an interesting thing. Let's keep my pickaxe on the ready. I know exactly what this will do. And I want to be prepared. Damn it, it doesn't break! I thought you could mine it! For some reason I thought you could mine it before that happens. Well, guess I was proven wrong. That is not mineable. And here I thought there was some reason for that to exist. Anyway, let's grab anything else that could be valuable. Yeah, that just turns those blocks into diamond and gold and then starts dismantling everything. It is a trap, technically. But I really thought if you're fast enough, you can mine those diamonds. But I guess not. I really thought for a second. Alright. Now here's the thing. There's one more... I think there's only one more boss in the Twilight Forest that we don't have the identity of. We have killed every single Twilight Forest boss before, but we're still missing one as an identity. So we have to re-kill that one. The problem is, I don't know where I can find another one of that boss. I've only found that boss's natural spawn habitat once so far. So I'll have to do a little bit of searching for it. Hopefully not too much. But then again, with the ability of flight, it shouldn't take too long. One would hope. I'm collecting all these trophies now, hooray. Pedestals. Wait, where did I put the pedestals? In there. I have 8. Is that a good number? Is that enough for all the different trophies? I don't know. I don't think it is enough yet. But I'm not gonna gather more trophies today. I'm just after the Hydra now. The Hydra is the only boss I need to re-kill, I think. And then we should be done with all the bosses in the Twilight Forest again. Which again, we have killed them before. But I do want to be able to transform into them. I just need that. It really doesn't help me at all to transform into them. Because they're super big and don't have any unique abilities because they're modded creatures. But I just want to. And I don't think you can blame me. Alright, let's pick up our base. Our entire base is in there. And now our entire base is in the ender chest. And now our ender chest is in our inventory. It is really nice to be able to carry your base with you everywhere you go. Okay. So, we need another one of these biomes. The dark one this dark red one that is surrounded by a swamp. I guess I'll just start going in this direction. Let's start heading west for a little bit. I need the fire swamp to find another Hydra. Hopefully it won't take long to find one. It could take long. Well, that doesn't exactly look very fiery, I have to admit. In fact, one might even go as far as saying that that looks the very opposite of fiery. But I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? Oh wow, that is actually weird. I did not know that could happen, actually. Like this this structure extending outside of the snow biome. And look at that! If it extends outside, then the stairs will go down when it's in a river. Oh, that is very odd spawn for this dungeon. That is a very odd spawn. But okay, sure. If that's the way it wants to spawn in. But yeah, that's where you fight the Yeti, which I already have obtained the identity for. I already fought the Yeti twice. The glacier in the middle... Actually, I have to go over here because I think this looks so nice. Aurora blocks look so nice. This is where you fight the Snow Queen. As you can see, the Aurora blocks actually do slowly change their color. It's not just a natural gradient, they actually change. So the entire gradient moves across these blocks. And I think that's really cool. I don't know what I would build with these blocks. But ooh, me likey. But yeah, the Twilight Forest biomes are pretty sick. And you only need to pay 1 diamond to enter this dimension. Alright, come on. Come on, swamp. To stare at. You know what, you could probably build a massive wall out of them. Nothing else, just a big wall out of Aurora blocks. I have to say again though, as nice as the Twilight Forest is, it is also the hardest biome on my PC. The hardest dimension on my PC. I think the only time I ever experience lag spikes is in the Twilight Forest. So trying to load new chunks in the Twilight Forest right now is probably also not the best thing. But I am doing it. It has to be done. So I can find the biome I'm looking for. Is that it? No, that's just a rip. No, that is it. That is it. That is the biome. Perfect. At the center of this biome, it should transform, there it is, into this fiery red hot biome. And in the center of that is a hill. And inside of that hill is a Hydra. Which hasn't spawned in yet, but it will spawn in the second I get close. So, set up base over here. Set up my spawn point here. Alright. Now the thing about the Hydra is, if you attack its body, it takes almost no damage. You want to attack the head. Problem of attacking the head, if a head receives too much damage, it'll die and spawn 2 more heads. So you really want to balance your damage across all the different heads. If you attack one head too much, you'll have one more thing that attacks you. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's attacking me! Oh my god, it can identify me even though I'm a hostile creature. Okay, the Hydra is actually smart. Most enemies don't realize you're, a player. But the Hydra is smart enough to identify me, apparently. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Again, this fight was actually fun. A lot of fun, but I'm not doing it the way I'm supposed to and run around here right now. Plus, you have to kind of attack while its mouths are open. And normally you want to attack with a bow and arrow. You do normally want to attack with a bow and arrow. But normally you run around, wait for one of them to attack, and once it opens its mouth, you shoot. Like here, you attack once and then you run. But you do have to get close to it too. If you're not close to it, then your projectiles will bounce off. So yeah. He's a smart little... Yes, he is a very smart little friend. Alright. Try to attack evenly. Another reason why you normally want to use the bow, by the way, because it also has a chomp attack. If it bites you, it deals so much damage. I think it's even able to one-shot you with a bite. So you really want to be careful. Right. Stay up. Attack. Okay. I think one of its heads might die soonish. I think the center one is the one I attacked the least, so I should probably focus on that a little bit. Oh. Stop spinning around like that, you're scaring me. Okay. Also, GFX Zelda, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright. Ooh, next attack. Got a hit in. Stay up. Oh, you're gonna do it next. Fire breath. I have a feeling one of them is gonna die real soon. There's no way one of them isn't gonna die in a second. Okay, come on. Which is next? You're next. Ooh, and you? Oh, you're next. Okay. Wait, really? I mean, I don't blame you. Oh, was that a bite attack? I think I got out of there just in time. I think that was supposed to be a bite attack. Ow, 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 ow. Help. And see, even when I'm fighting like this, I still get attacked. But thank you for the follow. Oh wait, I think one of its heads died earlier. It grew a new head. I killed one of its heads. Now it has one more. Okay, apparently we're just having a stare down right now. I appreciate that. Let's just have a stare down for a second as I regenerate my health. So, how was your day? Are you enjoying yourself here in this area? Nice little hill you've got here, a lot of ore. Just not anything too valuable, sadly. They have a break. I appreciate the break. Alright, I'm charging back in. Which head is gonna attack? The middle one. Ow, ow, ow. You know, one extra head to attack me is actually going a long way for you. Yeah, I think that's exactly what you needed. Was that timeout? Yeah, timeout. Very much necessary. Wow, I am bad. I killed this boss on my first try without dying. How come I struggle so much now that I can fly? This really shouldn't be harder. It really should be an easy kill at this point. There. Who's gonna attack? One of your heads is gonna attack. I'm just waiting for it. Who's it gonna be? Oh, here we go. Oh, next one, next one. Oh, two of them. Alright, get out of here because I'm very close and I think it might bite me any second if I don't get out. Alright. Oh, it's almost dead. Okay, I don't think it'll grow another head. I think the last Hydra I killed had 5 heads by the time I was done with it. But it looks like this one will remain at 4. Which, you know what? I don't mind. I actually appreciated remaining at 4. 5 was a bit much to handle by the end. I don't know if there's a limit to the amount of heads it can have, actually. I mean, there must be a limit eventually. But I don't know what the limit would be. I think it can definitely go up to 7. I don't know how high it can go exactly, though. Alright, where did I camp out? Over there? Is that it? No, what is that? Oh, that's just a tree. There it is. Oh, it's cool to see the end of that. Ah, no problem. You gotta go. Probably set up stream, right? I'll be raiding you very soon, most likely. But thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Okay. Let's put our stuff away. I think we now are officially done with the Twilight Forest. Let's just take a second to make sure that we're actually done, okay? We have more Hydra chops now in case we need some really, really, really good food. I should lock the doors. Always close the doors. Never leave your doors open. Another Hydra trophy obtained. So, drop that. Okay, we need to figure out what we want to plant in terms of crops, right? And, first things first, let's think about Twilight Forest for a second. Okay, we have killed the Phantom thingy and the Ur-Ghast. We have killed the Yeti and the Snow Queen. We have killed, in the beginning, the Lich and the Naga. We have also killed the Quest Ram. Minoshroom and Hydra. And the Giant. I think, wait, there are a few more identities, right? The Redcap Sapper and the Twilight Wraith, as well as the thing, what were they called? The Cave Troll. So there are still a few left for us to kill. The thing is, I don't know how the Twilight Wraiths spawn in yet. So that will be a little bit of a... we'll have to figure that one out. Anyway, in between this stream and the next one, I will probably AFK in here again a bit. You know, do the thing, allow the crops to grow. You know the drill. I know we literally just expanded the farm. But you know what they say, after the expansion is before the expansion. So we will plant all this stuff to prep for the next one. Okay. Yeah, how it... We'll see how I handle it. Okay. Let's think about what else we need to grow in here. So right, this is slowly getting done. Right, the 3 different types of berries, that leaves 3 more things. 3 different types of berries, leaving 3 more options. Let's work that out before I end it today. Actually, I still need to figure out how you even plant those berries. Still need to figure that part out. Oh, so they have Acts 1 and 2 already. Good. That is quite a bit to do then. We have bamboo, we have this stuff. Right. Pine fruit, winter leaf. Need to figure out how those grow. So we can plant those 2. Then we have 1 more available slot afterwards. 1 more slot. And that final slot shall be... What shall that final slot be, actually? What can we still grow? I think for now we won't have to expand the farms again until we add another mod that adds more crops. You know what? Let's start actually placing the pedestals. Let's think about this. How many bosses are there? Naga Lich. Minoshroom Hydra. I think there's 8. Again, double checking. Naga and Lich is 2. Minoshroom Hydra, then we're at 4. The Phantom thing and the Ur-Ghast, and we're at 6. 7, 8. Yeah, exactly 8. Oh, right, actually it is 9. You're right. I forgot about the questing RAM. But it is 8 bosses, right? Well, then let's place these pedestals for now. Actually, let's place them here. Wait. Are you kidding me? They can only be mined once activated. Are you serious? I can't believe I gotta do this. There. So I can place them right there. Where else would be good? You know what? Let's go next to this door. Teleport? True. Like that. Alright, let's start placing them in. Accordingly. Questing RAM we can't move yet, but all the bosses we can, all the boss fights we can. We sadly don't have the pedestal for the questing RAM yet. We'll get one eventually. Maybe I'll actually get more, put the dragon head on a pedestal too. Do it like that, you know. Alright. Let's start with the 2 basic ones. I think the 2 basic ones will be all the way over here. Then we'll go for the cold ones, actually. Yeah, let's do these 2 over here, I think. I don't know why. And the rest go in the middle. One there. One over here. One over here. And one right here. Does this work better than them being on the walls? Maybe. Probably put some more in here as well, like maybe some over here. Those would be the next 2 then, I guess. Then probably over here. So right now you walk basically down this. Again, yeah, definitely need some here. And then probably on the edges. Should I put the dragon head right here where the dragon egg is? Possibly. Yeah, okay. No, I think this works. I want to put the dragon head on a pedestal. The thing is, I don't have enough. I only had 8. I need more. I want to put those trophies on a pedestal too, possibly. Yeah, I know you want me to change my food source, but carrots are so easily accessible. So I need at least 4 more for all the... Actually, I need at least 6 more. Questing Ram, Dragon Head. These 2. And whatever is in the other dimension added by Blue Skies. In fact, I'll probably add the Blue Skies trophies around the center, because it's exactly 4, it works. So these ones will be moved somewhere else. Probably to over here, and over here. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, we figured this out. Now I'm gonna go into the AFK position. Right here. But actually, no, before I do that, before I AFK, one more thing I have to do before that. Very important thing, in fact. God, I'm sweating like hell. Why is it so hot? I hate it. I hate this temperature. I was not designed to run at this kind of temperature. Somebody save me from this heat. Trophy for each mod? I don't know. I feel like I'll just do it. If a boss has a trophy, I will add one of those trophies in the entrance hall. The thing is, there are still 2 more bosses from that one mod to fight. So that's 4 total. Again, not every mod that adds new bosses has trophies for those bosses, so I don't think we'll clutter up the area too much. Oop, that was one too much. Alright. Progress. Ooh, almost filled up on these ones. Okay. It's going to be automating all your farms, yes. Eventually, we'll reach the age of automation. But we have not hit that point yet. You know, I have the create mod queued up, right? Eventually we'll add create, and you know that that's the point where everything is gonna go to shit. You just know. Alright. Oh, it happened now. Oh, I see. Why is this one still not growing? Let me check. Okay, yeah. There's still a little bit of growth lacking over here too. But man, that one area has been waiting for such a long time to grow. Maybe it's just shy. Anyway, it is AFKing time. So, I must stop it there. Actually, one more thing. I want to check what advancement we're gonna get today. We can easily get that one from the Twilight Forest, but I feel like I don't want that. I think next time, I want to try finding the Forever Dawn. I want to find the Ever Dawn next time. I think that's a fair thing to attempt. Okay. But since that means we're gonna have to go out exploring, I will also add another fully functional mod next time, not just a library or an API. And it's gonna be a mod that I've had on the back burner for a long time. I wanted to add it for such a long time, but I didn't, for reasons in the end. Yes, that's right, I'll finally add Oh the Biomes You'll Go. We'll add Oh the Biomes You'll Go next time. I hope you're happy. Adding something real for all the exploration. Also, GFX Zelda, if you're still here, why message me in the DMs instead of just messaging in chat? I don't have the DMs open constantly while streaming, you know? But anyway, I'm doing well if you're still curious. Who DMs their streamer to ask them how they're doing? Who does that, honestly? Very curious. Alright, anyway. With the music wrapping up there, let us raid. It's between Stummy or Alex, but I feel like Alex is the one. I did say I would probably raid Alex, so let's do that. Alright. Everyone, let's share some love with Alex. I hope you're interested in Danganronpa. It's an amazing franchise. And if you're new to the franchise, don't worry, because Alex is playing the first game right now. So definitely worth checking out. In any event, I want to thank you all very much for watching this stream. I hope to see you around next time. If you want to be there, no pressure, of course. So I will be streaming one more Minecraft stream, I think, tomorrow, right? Yeah, one more Minecraft stream this week, and then we're done with Minecraft for the time being again. Next week we'll be playing some Genshin. I still have to figure out when I want to schedule those streams. In any event, I'll see you then. Have a good one, and bye-bye. Also, Lee, see you in a bit later, I guess. A bit later than that. So yeah. And by the way, if you're watching the stream as a VOD after it's uploaded to YouTube, and you want to catch me live in the future, then you can check the description down below where there's a link to my Twitch. I stream there every Friday and Saturday, sometimes other days of the week too, like when I'm doing a Minecraft week. In any event, thank you so much, and I'll see you around. Until then, bye-bye.